I can't remember. I can't remember, and it frustrates me. I bet at the time it was the most important moment of my life. I can remember other moments like it, choosing the box based on colour, size, surprise, wanting to rip it open before I got home, but being told to wait. You don't want to look silly now, do you? I'd get home, tear the top of the box off, leaving it useless for later, rip into the plastic and fish around with my unwashed hand, much to my mother's disgust, until I found it. The jewel in the centre of the cereal box, the little plastic bag containing one of 7 promised toys. Wow. Now, how many of you chose your cereal based on the toy? I'd wager at least half of you, and the other half probably didn't get a choice. I was allowed to choose one cereal. The rest were fruit fibre, just right, and the dreaded all bran. I don't care if it's good for you. It tastes of straw and looks like hamster pellets, and they know it. I remember little plastic aliens and Looney Tunes. I remember the scientist on the front of the Wheatos box telling me to find the bowl on the back of the pack. I remember Snap, Crackle and Pop figures and duplicates and plastic puppies and duplicates and folded card that made different pictures and plastic domes that popped up when you turn them inside out and Jurassic Park 3D dinosaur pictures and duplicates and the mask pencil toppers and Crash Bandicoot that balanced on your finger and Simpsons rings that squirt water and duplicates and Wallace and Gromit figures and Animaniacs and duplicates. But what was the last toy I ever found? I can't remember. And it drives me crazy. Like a fun young cannibal? That's the thing, isn't it? Or you remember your last when you know it's your last, but if at the time it's just one in a long line of successive other ones, it doesn't hold the same significance. Well, you know, when you go to a gig in a venue that's closing, that it's the last time. So it holds a special place in your memory. And sure, you remember your other gigs there, but you don't prep yourself in the same way, right? How many last things do we do without realizing it? When was the last time you played with your friends in the park? When was the last time you made a phone call from the home phone in your parents' house? When was the last time you circled what you wanted for Christmas in the Argos catalogue? Because they don't exist anymore. I know. And what was the last toy you got out of a cereal box? Well, if you can remember, I envy you. Those are little things, I know, but what if we were talking about more important things, like when was the last time you spoke to your nan? And I don't mean like what your mum might say to you over the phone during a catch-up. When did you last see your nan? No. I mean, literally, when was the last time you saw your nan? If they're still alive, amazing. But if they've passed, which is plausible, do you remember the last time you saw them? What you said? What you did? I can remember moments, sure, but not the last one. I remember being told she had, because that was the last time. The last time I referred to her in the present tense, but not. I was about to do a show for someone's wedding anniversary. Minutes before we went on to pretend to be waiters for a comedy act, I got a call from my dad. He was crying. He never cries. Only 3 times in my life have I actually seen him cry. when my mum left for the first time, at my granddad's funeral, and at my nan's. So yeah, I knew it wasn't good. He told me and I burst into tears. Then I wiped the tears away and I went and did the show. She would have wanted that. I think I needed that. I got my face painted like a tiger by the face painter that was there for the kids, and I did the show with a tiger face because why not? When we finished, I went off and on my own and I cried. Orange and black running down my face. Now that is memorable. I'm not trying to compete, but I think you'll agree that is an original story for how I learnt my nan died, if nothing else. But I've tried to remember the exact last time we spoke and I can't. Because at the time I was not considering it to be the last time, so it is filed away in the back catalogue of my mind as Another Day with Nanny. Pops, my granddad, was different again because he was in a home with dementia and Parkinson's, and I remember those days as they weren't as regular, and I was afraid every time may be the last. And my point is, if you're not in the mindset that it could be the last time, it probably won't be remembered without trying really hard or with some sort of trigger. But here's the thing. What if you knew it was the last time, but things kept going? What if you knew something had ended, but you still had to be reminded every day of that thing that ended? And it's not an ending, is it? What is it? It's a circle, ongoing, a reminder you aren't looking for. I miss you so much. And the worst part is, you're not gone. You're just really far away. Well, not physically. Not always. Oh, they talk about ships passing in the night. Oof, I don't know who they are, but we were the same ship. Slowly moving in the moonlight on the expanse of the sea. The same ship. Torn in half by an iceberg or something less dramatic, probably. Sinking to the bottom of the ocean. Or at least that's how it should be, right? When a ship is torn in half, it sinks. That's just science. But it felt more like our ship split and my half sank, but yours miraculously stayed afloat. Against all odds, against science and reason, like you didn't even need my half to stay up. That hurt more than anything. As I sank, slowly descending deeper, looking up, only to see you still there on the surface with... Was it too much to ask that you had the decency to sink too? I would have looked after you. But that isn't how life works. You don't always sink together, and you can't always remember your last moment with someone, and you can't always remember what your last little prize from a cereal box was. You don't get to decide what your memory relentlessly holds on to, or what someone holds dear. I'd say cherish what's important to you. But when that's someone else, if they don't hold you the way you hold them, you feel like a ghost. Translucent because they can look right through you. A semi-permeable membrane. But as a ghost, I glow-in-the-dark Casper stickers.